Well, welcome everybody to our second week on the topic of boredom and its relationship with addiction and recovery. So last week I talked about a researcher's interpretation of boredom and where it comes from. And this week I'm going to give you one of the solutions that addicts use to deal with boredom. And that is they use drugs as a solution to being bored. There's this magical thing about drugs, and we're not entirely sure what it is. But the use of drugs seems to eliminate boredom. People on drugs, depending on what the drug is, of course, might find, well, here's an example from marijuana. It's one of the more interesting and more famous examples. I'm thinking even Jack Kerouac wrote that really famous book, Visions of Cody, to try to describe to the reader what it was like to be on marijuana. But on marijuana, for example, a lot of the fellows tell us that it's like life becomes richer. Things become more interesting. Music becomes more interesting. Going to a movie, watch it clean and sober, you feel one way, watch it high on marijuana. It just seems to be, maybe the jokes are funnier, the colors are richer, this kind of thing, right? So it makes life seem, there's more to it, allowing the person to, maybe pay attention to details, things like that. Alcohol is another famous one, and the experience that a lot of the fellows here tell us is that they can go to a bar, have a couple of drinks, all of a sudden jokes are funnier, even complete strangers can become your friends. Life feels better, but go to a bar clean and sober and it's nah. You just look around and I don't know, chances are you probably get bored actually. LSD is another famous one, right? The experience of walls moving and the color orange has a certain sound to it, and sounds have certain colors associated, and all of these different things going on. That, if you think about it, the experience of that will certainly alleviate any sense of boredom. And maybe if you're a stimulant user, you get to do a whole bunch of things. A lot of the stimulant users tell us that, oh, their mind just races. I feel really clear-headed. I can think really well, right? And they will tell us this even with an excitement in their voice, right? So the use of drugs themselves seems to have this property to get rid of boredom. So if the impetus, like on a Sunday afternoon, nothing's going on, what do? I get high. Whatever happens to me, at least I get rid of this boredom stuff. Right? And that's important. A very famous psychologist, a guy by the name of Erich Fromm, used to talk about boredom was such an uncomfortable, painful experience that human beings would do anything to get rid of it. So use drugs, boredom goes away. That's a great blessing and a great power of the drug. Anyway, that's our second little topic on our boredom theme, and next week we'll come back with another one.